All right, good morning Phnom Penh. Talked up in Pampong. Drop by drop fills the bucket. All right, some morning thoughts. I feel good. Na 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 na. Okay, so health is key. All right, so I have some new thoughts. I called this the Kim body protocol. The general idea is your body is God, which means, without, 9 to 12 hours of sleep a night, eating like Achilles, and without great physical health, physiological health, ain't nothing either A, possible nor worth it. So some good ideas. So the first thought, fresh air, open air access, the breeze, breathability, and also like chaos. Assuming you sleep 12 hours a night, 100% carnivore, no drogas, no alcohols, no marijuanas, walking 30,000 steps a day, lifting weights one a day, being happy and social. Anything is possible. I think some critical problems that people try to do in today's world is we almost like act and assume like our bodies are not important. And even Jesus was like, your body's a temple. And so a lot of ideas about treating your body like a temple. I think a lot of it is actually practical, right? So question, right? If you're about to deadlift 1 trillion pounds, are you going to take a shot of tequila or take a hit of marijuanas? No, you're going to instead, haka dance, slap your thighs, all blacks, pinch your earlobes, smack yourself in the face, let out your Spartan roar, and then lift it, right? So, I think okay, just work your way backwards. So the first thought is thought experiment. How to sleep 12 hours a night. First, we must posit that in fact this is a desirable goal. 2, then we work our way backwards. How does allow to make this possible? So the first thought, just drink coffee first thing in the morning, but strict abstinence for the rest of the day. Right? The second thought is once you get home, 2 or 3 p.m., just turn off your iPhone, your iPads, your laptops, totally off, and just lock it in a drawer till the next day. And in the evening, 100% carnivore diet. Think about another thought experiment. If you eat 5 kilograms of bone marrow for dinner, obviously that's going to hit you like a horse tranquilizer. You're going to fall asleep good. Cold shower, ice bath, hot sauna, jump in the pool, walk around a little bit, read a paperback book, play games with your family, whatever, right? And you just want to totally zen out. During the day, maximum sun exposure, walk 30,000 steps a day, lift weights at least once. If you're really tired, to do a good physiological reset is get a 90-minute massage. Just allow yourself to nap for the rest of the day. Allow yourself to be maximally unproductive. It also helps to live somewhere that is conducive to that. So for example, Phnom Penh, Cambodia, to me it's like heaven on earth. It's good because living here, you will actually become healthier and happier. It's always sunny. like literally always sunny, and as a consequence, because it's always sunny, you're always going to be happy and in a good mood. Because, you know, like for example, if you live in somewhere where cold weather, it is very, very difficult to be happy if you're like stuck indoors all day and it's like negative 10 trillion degrees outside. The upside of being somewhere like Phnom Penh is, you know, at worst you could just take off your shirt and just wear shorts. Just put on a hat, you'll be fine. Merino wool or linen or Rami. There's the outlier.nyc shirt you could get. Yeah, linen tank tops. I might start making some, selling it. Shorts. Don't wear long pants. The only reason you should wear long pants is if you're visiting a temple and it's like literally illegal. Like think about it, legal or illegal, right? So if you go to Thailand, pro tip, bring the long pants and the long sleeves, or else you're gonna get ripped off by the people trying to sell you the pants in front of the palace. And also, like, every day should be leg day. Atlas lift, farmers carry, whatchamacallit, rack pulls, deadlifts are for losers. Deadlifts are for losers. Like, anybody who deadlifts off the floor, you're either like 4'5", and or you have like monkey arms, and or you're like another dude whacking off to Instagram juiced out bros who do silly things. It's actually super interesting because my insight is, you know, obviously not every single shoe fits every single foot. Some people, like for example, if you're 7 feet tall with like dinosaur arms, it's gonna not be a good idea to deadlift off the floor because there's just too much room for the bar to travel. Whereas if you do it like off a rack, it makes more sense because it benefits taller dudes. So I think it's always more intelligent to think about your own body mechanics and your own biochemistry rather than trying to follow some sort of silly arbitrary thing. Actually, very interesting. The history of why, you ever wonder like why are the bumper plates that size? It's because back in like Soviet eras, when they were doing the clean and jerk, power snatch, whatever, I don't even know what it's called, Olympic lifts, they designed it to be that size in order for lifters, if they fail, to not decapitate themselves. So as a consequence, that became standardized. So now, if you think about it, the barbell is always at the same level on the floor, regardless of who you is, right? But once again, if you think about leverages, right? If you're 4'5" with monkey arms and you deadlift off the floor, you have to get off half an inch to lock out, right? That's like the equivalent of you locking out by doing a rack pull off the rack if you're like 7'2", right? So yeah, and I almost feel like the more reason that people don't rack pull is A, people don't know what it is. B, they've just never tried it. Just try it out, right? Just see how much you can 1 rep max it, right? Can you do 7.55x your body weight? Can you do 1,206 pounds? Can you do 547 kilograms? Kim Rack Book Challenge. Yeah, just try it out. Like, I encourage everyone to try it out, right? It's like, and the funny thing too is, let's think about it from like a Khmer perspective, right? Where, you know, the cosmos is in harmony, which means everybody could thrive together. And one of the upsides of having a non-competitive culture is your success doesn't mean my failure, which is the American loser way of thinking. And so much of American culture is quite primitive, like no full range of motion, you cheat. I'm like, It's like, it's not cheating, it's physics, bro. Physics. And also, contrary to popular belief, I don't think actually Americans are that good at divergent thinking, first principles thinking. The only people who really seem to succeed are the Elon Musk, the Steve Jobs, the Michael Saylors, who have the intelligence or the courage. The Peter Thiel quote, courage is in shorter supply than genius. There's like 10 trillion geniuses in Silicon Valley, but all of them are a bunch of PU $E essay or cowards. Even the reason why people don't like me and my 547 kilogram rack pull, 1206 pounds, is because it makes them scared. Like whenever I do it, right? People just get scared. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to be scared, but don't hit me because you're the coward, right? And I just say, once again, I just encourage everyone to try it. Like, my personal thought is, how do you say this? If you're rack pulling off a rack at like around hip distance, right? The chance for injury is like almost nil. Like, you're not gonna injure yourself because you're just not gonna budge the bar, right? Whereas if you're deadlifting off the floor, typically what happens is you're deadlifting and you get off the ground and you try to grind it all the way up, right? And then through grinding, your scapula, bone, spine becomes unbalanced. And so the 85% additional clearance that the bar has to go up, that's where the injuries happen. But if you start all the way at the top where mechanically you're pivoting and leveraging the best position. Also, according to physics, the human femur bone, so rack pulling from the hips, right? It could withstand like what? 20 kilojoules of force or like some absurdly huge number. And so even a heavy rack pull, you're only hitting like 7 kilojoules. So there's still like a 80% buffer of injury. And the truth is, like, when you're like super elite athlete like Kim, you ain't finna hurt yourself because obviously you're not gonna do this overnight. You're gonna allow your body to adapt over time. And so you ain't finna hurt yourself. And once again, like, the reason why you should rack pull and not deadlift is you could do infinite gains forever with rack pulls. With deadlifts, sooner or later you're gonna hit a ceiling, and then you're probably gonna hurt yourself, and then you're gonna start taking steroids to recover, and then you're gonna like it, and you're gonna stay on it forever. You're gonna lose all your hair and your balls. You're not gonna be able to have kids, and you're gonna be sad forever. So yeah, it's not a good path to go down. Right? So let us think first principles, right? If once upon a time they reimagined, and then people's like, what's the point of it? It doesn't cause real strength. I'm like, what's real strength? Like, that real, like, when people say real strength, what they mean to say is legitimate strength. For what, right? Like, if you think about it, how often in real life do you have like a 2-ton weight on the floor and you got to pick it up? Like, never. You're almost always holding things at hips. And also from a bodybuilding perspective, bro, my traps, my back, I look like demigod Viking on steroids. It's like, I have probably a more jacked back than even The Rock, and I don't take steroids, right? So from a bodybuilding perspective, obviously my muscles are insane. I'm getting the Adonis V taper out of control. I'm like, I actually weighed myself. I'm like 5'11". I'm like 160 pounds, 72.5 kilograms. I think I'm almost like 4% body fat. My waist is actually slimming down, surprisingly, even though I eat like 2 to 3 kilos of meat a night. I think my waist is like maybe a 31 now, maybe a 30. I don't even know. But anyways, so obviously it works. Think physics, just think leverages, ratios, increase the weight, lower the range of motion, and see you in Valhalla.